Hi guys, so I want to show you what I'm making today. So when I was in Florida, we had some really good tacos and some really good pulled pork, and anyway, I just felt like making some pulled pork tacos with a really good slaw and some crema, and so I'll show you how I'm doing that today. I'm starting out with browning my pork steak. I gotta cut the rest of this up. I'm browning it in smaller pieces because we have to eat kind of early today and I want it to be fall apart tender. So I got the meat in the pan, all browned, and now I'm just cooking up some onions to throw in there too. Okay, I've got the onions all over, and now I'm gonna add a can of beer, and I had to use a can that Kent doesn't like because he didn't want me to waste one of his good beers. So I'm putting that in the bottom. Now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of palm sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of onion powder. And by the way, all these spices and coconut sugar, all of this has been organic stuff. And 2 teaspoons of paprika. Oh, and also some pepper, just sprinkled over the top. Now I have it loosely covered, and I had the oven preheated to 350, and then I turned it down to 300. So to go with the pork tacos tonight, I am going to try making pickled onions. I've never made them before. I kind of think I might be the only one eating them because Kent doesn't love onions and some of our kids don't love vinegar, but I want to try it because it was really good on the tacos we had in Florida. So I have a half a cup of apple cider vinegar in my bowl, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of cane sugar, and I'm just going to stir that around. And now I'm going to put the onions in and break them up into little strips. They're already sliced, but I'm going to break them up. So I got them all in here, and I just made sure that the pieces were all sliced small enough. I had to make some of them smaller. And I don't have quite enough liquid to cover them, so I'm going to add a little bit of water because I think if I add more of the apple cider vinegar, it's going to be too strong. So I added about 1/4 cup of filtered water, and I'm just making sure that they are down in the liquid enough while I finish the rest of dinner. I'm just gonna let these sit and hopefully soak up all the flavor. So this is looking good. I put it in for about 90 minutes. I'm gonna just spoon the juices over the top, and then now I think I'm gonna leave it uncovered and cook it probably another 90 minutes and then check it. But man, does this ever smell good. I forgot to get the tortillas out for the guys, and I have a little trick. On a nice day, you can drop tortillas on a warm deck, and they thaw really nicely. So it's a nice day here in Michigan. So I'm cleaning my cilantro. I'm going to use it in my crema and in my coleslaw to go with the pulled pork tacos. And I've been watching more cooking shows lately. I found this cool one on vacation we loved, and they just leave the stems on. So my world's kind of rocked here. I'm going to try that today. I don't know how you guys clean your cilantro, but I always do it in my salad spinner. I just fill it up, and you can hear the guys watching the Liverpool game downstairs. Anyway, I just run it through the salad spinner so I can get it nice and clean. Okay guys, I couldn't do it. Some of the stems were just too woody and big and hard, so I left a few little stems on, but for the most part, I got them out of there. Now I'm going to chop it up. So now I'm going to make a batch of my mayo for the slaw, and I have another video already showing you how to do this. Just look online for Kitchen Cop mayo and you'll see it. It takes 3 minutes. So instead of the lemon juice though, I'm using lime juice in it today. So I got the mayo done, and then I added more lime, some garlic powder, and some pepper. And now I'm going to add a tablespoon of cilantro. You guys, it's so good. I was licking the blender bowl. So now I have a couple different color cabbages. I got a green and a red cabbage. I wanted to get just the bag of slaw, but they didn't have any at the store for some stupid reason. So I'm just gonna chop this up and call it good. So that's half of the one cabbage, and here's half of the other. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of the julienne carrots in there too. It needed a little more of something, so I'm adding a 1/3 cup of cream. I love how this turned out, you guys, with a really nice citrus flavor. So I got my veggies all chopped for the queso dip, and you guys, it tastes so good. It's my favorite, and it's low carb too. Now I'm mixing up the avocado crema, and I will put the recipe below, and I just mixed it up with the hand mixer. Look how pretty it turned out. These came out so tender, just like I wanted them, and then I just used a fork to pull it all apart for the tacos. So I have these tortillas that are made locally by a friend of mine, and they are so good. I fry them in beef tallow and then dip them in my queso. And these chips are my carbs for the meal, and I don't even use a tortilla for my tacos. It's so good on its own. And here they are all done.